Alright, Team Haskook here. Sorry I haven't put up videos in a while.
We're kind of lazy.
Yeah, but we're doing our deck profiles now. A lot has changed. Becky right now is playing a Lightsworn, Lightray combination. It's almost Monster Mash deck.
Almost.
Almost. But let's go with deck profile.
Well, here we go. So, these are obviously kind of basics now. Triple Veiler.
Yep.
They are really good.
Her hand
I
traps.
have 2 ultis, so I play them. And then, this deck is mostly all lights, so
Yeah.
Honest is a staple for this deck. Double track.
So she doesn't get OTK'd.
Yep. And 1 Gorz.
Same
obvious.
reason. And it's Darks.
Yeah. Okay, Sangan, again, staple. Deep Prison, I do removal
Oh,
for
Dimensional
my...
Alchemist.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
Anywho, yeah, for my Chaos monsters that I play in here. Freed, the Brave Warrior, because he's a warrior. I'll explain that why later. He counts for a warrior, and plus he's got a pretty badass effect.
Yeah, he's a warrior and he's light.
Whoop! Another staple. Yep.
Especially in a format with Torrential.
Also,
Like
he's double warrior.
yeah, you Torrential and then you just special summon for 21.
Okay. And for my milling part of this deck, because you need monsters in your graveyard.
Hell yeah,
these
you
guys.
do.
So, Card Trooper, double Raikou,
Staple.
1 Arcus.
Marcus for the
I know
overlaying
he's
ability.
trash, but you know.
He all he's in there for is to overlay, and he's a different Lightsworn name.
Get these beasts out.
Yep, and then there's 2.
Double Lumina. Well, she's really good. I mean, I was surprised.
Yeah, she's very good.
She puts work in. Erin, she's a bitch.
She sure
Lila,
is.
another bitch. Jane, who Ryan recently learned was a man.
Yep. I was like, oh, she's so pretty. Becky's like, no, that's a man. I'm like, no, you're not. You're a fucking liar.
I'm like, Ryan, you're a homo. 1 Wolf, who I always seem to open with. It's really retarded, but you gotta play him. And Triple JD. Woo woo!
Triple JD.
I haven't gotten all 3 of them out. They're pretty badass though.
I've seen you get 2 out though.
I've gotten 2. Okay. Chaos side of it. I mean,
Yeah,
pretty
those are
much
staples.
obvious.
Like, yeah.
And for the Lightray part,
Oh yeah, the only important ones.
Triple Daedalus.
He's basically a free 26 speed stick in this
Well,
deck.
his effect is if your opponent or yourself has a field card, you can destroy it and then destroy 2 other cards on the field. So before we had run Gear Town, but it was way too slow.
Inconsistent.
So now he's just a beat stick, and if they run a field card, well, yay for me. Okay. And the other only good Lightray, Gearfried.
Ah, he's so amazing.
I didn't tell you guys how to get this guy out. You have to have 4 or more light monsters. Doesn't matter their names, just 4 or more light monsters. Ha! Back to this badass. This guy is he's a little tougher to get out. You have to have 5 light monsters with different names, so he's like a JD pretty much. And his effect is, I can negate a spell or trap card once per turn. Activation. But
By banishing a warrior.
you have to have all warriors on the field. So again, that's why we ran
Yeah, why it's mostly warriors.
mostly warriors, and we run the Gearfried.
Yeah, and they're good warriors too.
Yeah, and this guy is really good. I mean, he's a 28. He gets over most things.
If you have this with BLS on the field,
Ooh, oh, and we're gonna skip ahead because that guy is so badass. Chained with the meanest field I've ever had was this guy, and this guy. And just for the lulz, I brought out this.
Yeah.
That's just not getting over. It's 2
This deck-
negations, a removal, and negate your attack.
The deck is extremely stupid. It's really fast. She'll special summon something, you're warning it. You just pay 2,000 life points for nothing because she's just gonna special summon another thing.
Yep. Okay, now for the spell portion. As you can see, it's really
Yeah,
heavy
it's mostly
monster.
monsters because before we had it at a variant where I had lances, MSTs, but she kept milling them.
Yeah, it made me sad. I got angry.
So she wouldn't it's doing much better now that we took out most of the spells and traps. We would
Whatcha
only
blade?
run the bare essentials. This is absolutely staple. This can be anything in her deck.
Oh man, pretty much remove any of those lame Lightsworns you have, like Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf.
Wolf, you bastard.
Yeah.
And get back this badass and just bring him right out.
Or BLS.
Or BLS.
Or JD.
Or JD.
Oh, it's amazing.
The options.
It's any boss monster you want in your hand.
And plus, I mill everything, so
Yeah.
it gives me options for anything. 1 charge just for the mills.
Mills and Search,
And the search. 1 Pot of Avarice.
which is godly.
Yes,
The
it
best
is.
card in the deck because she mills so much. You can just recycle your JDs, recycle your Gearfrieds.
BLS.
BLS, your I
BLS.
really like what's its face? I keep forgetting its name.
Daedalus?
Yeah, Daedalus. I love that card.
That's a 26 monster.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Heavy Storm.
Yep, because you have to.
That's my deck.
Ooh, and we're thinking of tinkering with the deck because if we don't have any solar recharges, but we're thinking about testing one solar recharge because it's, it's draw 2, mill 2, discard 1. It's good for the deck.
Which help we know.
Yeah, but we don't have one, so that's why it's not in there.
Okay, now for the extra deck portion. 2 tokens.
Oh, sexy tokens.
We haven't done a video on my Orcas yet, but we'll
sure
probably do
haven't.
some and load them later. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 1 Levier, another Orca I did. Acid Golem, Leviathan Dragon, a Zen Mains. Again, these are all level 3. They're really easy to get out.
Yep, especially with
Lumina.
Yep.
Okay, and this deck is mostly level 4, so I have this guy, who is a new badass.
Photon, hold on. Polypiloperative. I can't see it. I can't see the middle part.
Pill Operative.
Yeah.
Anyway, with Ryan's
This card's also badass.
Maestro,
It's a dark, just in case you don't mill any darks, you need that dark.
which happens a lot. As
Not
you
a
can
lot.
see,
It happens sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So I play like 3 darks.
Yeah.
Double Utopia.
Utopa.
One Utopia Ray. And that's all the exceeds I run. Just because I don't have any other ones.
She mostly exceeds in this deck.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to, but.
I don't have to. Armory Arm, just in case.
Catastor,
Catastor,
just in case.
He's staple.
Yep.
Staple. Staple. And this guy is badass too. I managed to get him out with Gearfried and BLS. Oh, it's so mean.
Yep, they're all warrior. Like, it's a really good deck.
Yeah. We really should put up a playtest. We'll do that sometime. I just hate it when
It's
Ryan
extremely
watches
sacky
me.
because the back row eats up your your Raikou Lila eats up the back row, and you mill stuff to the graveyard. And then once you get enough stuff in the graveyard, it's not hard to get enough stuff in this graveyard because it's mostly mill deck and it's mostly monsters. So the chance of you milling something bad is
So
slim.
these are the key players in my deck.
Yep, JD of course, BLS, Lightray, Gearfried. So like she essentially runs. Let's see. I kind of count him as a boss monster because it's 26 attack, free special summon. It's just beat stick. Like hardly, almost. Can anyone beat over this? Have you ever had anyone beat over it? Not very often.
No, they usually like smash and ground it or have to heavy storm it or dark hole it.
And then this is like a Sheehan.
Oh, he's amazing.
What's
Again, the only downfall of him is you have to have the 5 different named light monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. You open this and he's in there forever because you don't have 5 different. You have like 2 Janes, a Veiler, an Honest, and some other random guy, but that doesn't count because you got 2 Janes.
Yep, but the fact is, you run 3, only 1.
Obviously.
Amazing, and then 3. Like she runs so many boss monsters,
It's stupid.
it's stupid.
Okay, well that's my deck.
Ooh,
So
and this deck, this build rapes the shit out of Chaos Dragons.
yeah, it does.
Like it molests them, unless they OTK you, which can happen. But
It happened.
for the most part, this thing will just beat the shit out of Chaos Dragon, and it'll beat the shit out of heroes. Because even if they skill drain, unless they skill drain first turn, it's not going to help them because their extra deck, their biggest monster is like 26 or 28, including Tornado. But for the most part, this deck just wrecks. Its biggest problem though is Dino Rabbit, which is pretty apparent.
Any deck that's really, really, really quick, probably card creates like cream.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's my deck. If you have any comments, stuff,
Suggestions,
you
don't mention Solar Recharge because we don't have it.
just leave them down in the comment area.
Yep, and this is actually Becky's first play of the deck. It was this tournament, and she got second.
I got second. I lost to Dino Rabbit.
Yeah, that was her only loss.
He opened Tour Guide and Dino Rabbit.
He opened the nuts.
Both games. Both games.
Yeah, but for the most part, she was wrecking everyone.
Woo woo.
And it's a really good deck. I like it. I've been playtesting on DN and molesting people.
Gross.
Yeah. Yep. So just comment, rate, subscribe, and
Yeah, check out other videos.
yep.
Later.